Folks, what does it mean? What does it mean to live free? Yeah, we can do what we want, go where we want, say mostly what we want within the confines of the law. But are we really free if the government is watching our every move as we do it? I mean, how important is our privacy? Pretty darn important. But Dan, you're probably saying, you know, watching what we're doing isn't necessarily stopping what we do. If you're a liberal, you're probably thinking that. But could the government do that if they wanted to? We're in a really dangerous place where all government needs is a reason to act now, and your freedom will vanish like that. So how did we get here? You ever notice every single time there's an emergency or a crisis, big government swoops right in with some big idea of how to make the crisis go away? You know, incredibly, this is nothing new. They've been doing this for a long time.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste. And what I mean by that, it's an opportunity to do things that you think you could not do before.
I'm proposing a mandatory buyback. So everyone who owns a weapon of war would sell that back to the government.
The best thing we can do is reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and foreign oil, because that will help us have a reliable source of energy.
Look at what happened with the tragic attack in Buffalo. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a lot of emotional debate about how to stop this from happening again. Is there a push now to engage in mass surveillance to try and stop one of these attacks before it happens? And what does that mean for you? Check out this article from the Wall Street Journal suggesting that mass surveillance could be in your future right here and could stop potential future crimes if tech companies were just allowed to track user behavior using your data already available. Listen to this. Quote, a plausible solution would be wrapping the whole puzzle in a specialized legal process. The algorithms would be allowed to do their job. A judge's permission would be required before a named person could be linked to an observed pattern, so government officials could take steps. The opportunity exists whether we choose to take advantage of it or not. But history suggests that sooner or later, we will take advantage of it. Preemptive surveillance without evidence of a crime? Folks, pay very close attention to this. In a free society, we do not investigate people in search of a crime. We investigate crimes in search of the people who committed them. Investigating people in search of crimes, it sounds like something we've already seen in a movie.
But let's not kid ourselves. We are arresting individuals who have broken no law.
But they will. The commission of the crime itself is absolute metaphysics. The precongs see the future, and they're never wrong.
But it's not the future if you stop it. Isn't that a fundamental paradox?
Yes, it is. You're talking about predetermination, which happens all the time. Why'd you catch that?
Because it was going to fall.
You're certain?
Yeah.
But it didn't fall. You caught it. The fact that you prevented it from happening doesn't change the fact that it was going to happen.
Your privacy is on the brink of extinction. Surveillance culture is everywhere. Its tentacles are all over. And I'm concerned that tragedies like the Buffalo shooting will be used as a pretext to take away your liberty. I mean, remember Biden's disinformation board, you know, the Ministry of Truth with Scary Poppins there, designed to police what they call disinformation? Well, a lot of conservatives took a victory lap this week after backlash surrounding the online videos of Czar Nina Jankowicz forced the Biden administration to announce it was pausing the effort. Well, pausing, or are they just regrouping?
So if it's pausing because you think the board was mischaracterized, then the disinformation board is being shut down because of disinformation? Is that what's happening here?
So now what we're going to do is we're going to pause it and we're going to do an assessment. But the work doesn't stop. We're still going to continue the work. The DHS is still going to continue the work.
You catch that? It doesn't stop. It's on pause. The work. Well, what work? Keeping their eye on you? That work? But how deep does a surveillance state actually run? I mean, we know about the FBI and the NSA. They've been caught spying on Americans, from President Trump to the metadata scandal. But what about other federal agencies? Folks, how about ICE? That agency was reportedly has created a massive network that can spy on all Americans, not just illegal immigrants. Oh, but you hear about the U.S. Postal Service, too? Check out this headline from Yahoo. It's right there, right in front of you. A covert operations program monitors social media? The hell's going on here? Folks, this is crazy. And you thought they were just delivering birthday cards to grandma and stuff like that. Apparently not. Did you think that was all? The examples are everywhere of major government agencies collecting and tracking information from all of us. It's not just the Postal Service or ICE. We've got the National Security Agency, the FBI, the IRS, even the SEC. Does it ever stop? But it's not an infomercial, but wait, there's more. Did we mention the Capitol Police monitoring social media? The Centers for Disease Control tracking phone data? And then there's the Department of Homeland Security. Chances are you may be able to avoid being spied on in the private sector, maybe, but the one thing you can't escape from is a government that wants to use every agency possible to keep you in line. Listen, let me be clear here. I'm not suggesting tracking public social media posts is illegal, but that's not the point. The point is, what business does the government have monitoring your social media posts if you've done absolutely nothing wrong? Where does the monitoring go? Is there a file somewhere? What is this, the KGB? Isn't this a slippery slope? Where does all this end? I guess we're all going to find out soon. You see, folks, this is only the land of the free until big government decides it isn't, and you may be a threat.